Hello everybody and welcome back for another Huddersfield transfer update, as there has been developments over the weekend on Bolton midfielder George Thomason, who is potentially joining us, and also have an update on Danny Imray from Crystal Palace, who we were linked with last week. Both we were linked with last week. Obviously there were rumours then. Before we do get into all, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment your thoughts down below on today's topics. Indeed. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into this one, the latest updates from the weekend. So, over the weekend, it was reported that we are set to bid £750,000 for Bolton Wanderers captain George Thomason. Now, obviously, Thomason is now our number one option for that position after being unable to get Brad Potts in from Preston. Now, I do have my major concerns on this transfer, guys. I'm going to be honest with you, because if it does end up happening, because I think if you look at what a lot of Bolton fans are saying about him, it doesn't exactly fill you with that much confidence at all when most aren't that bothered if he does leave, as they don't rate him that much. Now, just getting a few fans kind of comments on it on screen now. The first one fan said, got to admire his tenacity and his level of actually caring, but for me, he's mostly half a yard behind the play. The few glimpses of quality he shows, and often I don't mind him leaving. And the second fan that I've picked up on his quotes that he's said in the comments of this report said that anyone wondering what he's truly like, he will put in a shift every game for you, but at the cost of leading the league in yellow cards. Has his moments, but just can't take control of a game like a captain and play simple or key passes. So yeah, I mean, anybody out there that has seen these comments, I don't think you really particularly want a player like this coming to your club. We need players that are going to actually be consistent for us. They're actually going to be able to make those simple or key passes it through. And you certainly don't want him to be constantly half a yard behind the play, because what use is that to us? So yeah, but I think with this amount that's been talked about, I don't think this amount is going to be enough anyway, to be honest with you guys, because if you look at what happened last season, Bristol City had a £1 million bid rejected for him. Now, has he deteriorated since then? I don't think he has. I think he's stayed pretty much the same. I don't think he's improved over the past years, so I don't think we're going to get him for that amount anyway. So if we want him, then we're going to have to make the bid higher. But again, I don't really feel comfortable spending that amount of money on a player that isn't really rated and isn't going to be. There's a lot of doubts with this transfer. There's no of course, there's always a risk of every transfer you make, because you never know how they're going to perform or play for us. But I think when you've got clubs in the same division as saying stuff like what I've already covered, I don't really think we can be spending that amount of money on a player that many of their fans don't rate. And that's how I see it. But I do think, though, that Lee Grant has, gained that trust in terms of recruitment, because he's already recruited very, very well. We know that he's had a big, big say in these transfers. They're all his players. But on the other hand, how can we get behind a signing like this, essentially, that there is a lot of kind of questions being asked about this guy's ability? So yeah, look, Lee Grant's done a fantastic job with the recruitment, but I don't really think that we should be going for somebody like this, to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest now. I just have major concerns in it, to be honest. But I don't think the £750,000 will be enough anyway to secure him. So and I wouldn't be comfortable going any higher than that. I mean, £750,000 is already quite a lot of money to us. I don't think we should be going into the £1 million mark for a player that, like I said, has a lot of question marks around him. No, that's how I see it. But let's see how this one develops. But that is the update as of the last 24, 48 hours that we've had. And then the last kind of point of call in this video is the situation with Danny Imray, who was obviously linked to us, but yeah, obviously it's announced over the weekend that he's agreed a deal to sign for Blackpool. So yeah, via Mike McGrath. So now it looks like we have kind of shifted our attention over to Lyndon Gooch, who of course we are linked with. We haven't heard anything since Thursday as of yet with this one, but it looks like we've kind of prioritised Lyndon Gooch, and that's why Blackpool have just able to go ahead of us and sort it out. Which I did think was going to be. I did think that we were prioritising Gooch. To be honest, if that's the impression I got. So yeah, let's see. Hopefully we can get him in. But that is it for today's Huddersfield transfer updates. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know your thoughts down below on anything discussed in today's video. Indeed, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. As always, up the town, Lee Grant's Barmy Army. I'll see you all. See you guys on the next one. Take care.